Live from the historical Jack Benny stage of the American Legion, Post 519 in downtown Palm Springs, California, it's the Marc and Tony Show, starring Marc Lantera and Tony Pomponia. Tonight's guests, singer, entertainer, Chris Lomeli. From the world-famous music group, The Fifth Dimension, singer, entertainer, Patrice Morris. And yours truly, Marc Antonelli. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Palm Springs welcome to your hosts, Marc and Tony.
Thank you, everybody. I thought it was just a Marc show for a moment.
Never fails. Yeah, you're going to be off the stage here in a minute.
Now, wait a minute.
Oh,
Salute.
I'm always fast to sit down.
Ready?
Salute, Chandani.
Hey, true, Jindan. And again, like we tell everybody, sooner or later, you will get a glass.
I got to get one of these glasses with the cigar holder.
I
Is this
know.
what happens when you're a big star? You get one of these. When am I going to get mine?
Well,
You
you're
know,
a big star.
All I do is get coffee cups with the, anyway. Right.
All right, so you ready?
Have a seat, will you?
You ready?
I'm getting tired
On
of
three.
standing up.
Ready?
1,
2,
3.
now.
Now, okay. Oh, man.
Man, we're getting old when we make those sounds.
Ay,
My God.
ay, ay. I'll tell
Tony,
you
and
what.
I know you make fun of me all the time, so go ahead.
No,
Wait, no.
No,
Wait a minute. Look at the leg crossed.
Okay. The leg cross. Here we go again with the
There it
cross
is.
leg. Unbelievable.
How are you, Tone?
I'm doing great, but I got a big problem.
Before the big problem, did you say hello to our little buddies
What's
over
going
here?
on over here? What's happening?
What's their
Rocco-
names again?
Rocco and Luigi. Rocco's growing. Luigi's lagging behind. They're supposed to be twins.
I don't know what
happened
happened.
over
I
here?
don't know what happened there,
Who's
but
feeding these guys?
I don't know, but
Marc
not the right
Antonelli,
people.
you feeding these guys
Where
over
you
here?
at, Marc? How come you're not feeding them?
I mean, you
Wait
must,
a minute, you're eating over there. Where's our food?
You must like Rocco a lot more than
my
Luigi
God.
over here.
All right.
Luigi's lagging behind.
There you go, Marc.
Luigi's lagging behind a little
There
bit.
it is. So anyway, what's going on?
Well, listen, I think the folks need to know about our latest excursion. Okay?
You think they really want to know
Well,
about it?
you know what? They see us on Facebook. They just see pictures of us like this.
All right, hold on. I better.
You know-
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I mean, come
Floor
on.
is yours.
Come on. We went. Where were we the other night? Over there at the.
We were just in Palm Springs at one of the local establishments.
Yeah, we went to
seeing one of our friends singing.
Yep.
As we always do.
Yep, and-
Marc, and obviously we come and see you too. So.
Yep. And you know what? We take turns buying each other drinks. So this
Yep.
guy's got to come in with a pair of white pants on, okay? Because he's got to look cool, all right? I mean, he's got to walk in. I mean, be honest with you, I hope you can get a picture of him. He looked like one of the Swiss Guard over at the Vatican, okay, with his shirt.
Now wait a second. Wait a minute. It's
What?
all about the smile.
Yeah. You got to be kidding me.
All right, so go ahead.
Now, anyway, so we take turns getting drinks. So I decide it's my turn because I'm a gentleman too. I'm going to be nice. So I go over to the bar and I order a couple drinks and I bring them over and I'm being very careful with my right hand because the gal overpoured them and I set it down and my left hand went a little sideways and next thing you know, this guy's jumping up like his legs are on fire. Okay.
Well, they were on fire. I had a glass of whiskey on my lap.
So,
Thank you for that.
I'll tell you, I think people thought we were a little weird because I'm grabbing napkins over there, slapping you down on your leg over here.
No, that's too much information.
Well,
but anyway, before we digress too much, Tony, who's on the show tonight?
Oh, man, you know what? We got a great night tonight. We got Patrice Morris.
Give it up, everybody. A fabulous singer. And Tony, wait a minute. Before, who's she with? What group?
Oh, she was with the Fifth Dimension.
There you
Okay?
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. And we
Plus.
have a local favorite, Chris Lomeli.
Another great talent out here in the Valley. And of course, we have our own musical director, fantastic singer, the one, the only, Marc Antonelli. So everybody, stay tuned. Ready? We'll be right back.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris Lomeli.
I know your eyes in the morning sun, and I feel you touch me in the pouring rain, and moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again. And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly leave. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love, how deep is your love? I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. I believe in you. You know the door to my very soul. You're the light in my deepest, darkest hour. You're my savior when I fall. And you may not think that I care for you, when you know deep inside that I really do. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? Your love, how deep is your love? And I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. Your love, how deep is your love? And I really need to learn, 'cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down when they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. Oh.
Chris Lomeli, come on, Antonelli.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really
Listen,
Have a seat.
that
Make
was
yourself at
great.
home.
Who's sitting first?
We usually debate that. Go ahead, have a seat. Before the boom takes you out.
Yeah, really.
So you have watched their show. We always kind of banter who's sitting first. So
It's
yeah.
fun. I like that.
You like
I
that,
like
huh?
that. I like your guys' connection. I think it's solid.
We have a lot of fun. So
It's a lot of good.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Shoot.
so give the audience, and myself too, and everybody here though, how'd you get started? Where are you performing? What's going on? What makes you click?
Well, how I got started is kind of like a pretty long story, actually. I come from humble beginnings, and I kind of fell into this, believe it or not. I
Wow.
met some friends that really actually poured into me. I think they saw something special in me that I didn't see at the time. And we're talking maybe 6, 7 years ago.
As an adult.
Yeah, as an adult. Before this, there was I just did a 9-to-5 job. I was a truck driver. So
Now, that's a part that I didn't even know.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
So you learned something new, audience. Here we go. Come on, give it up for him. Truck driver, then now a singer.
Dreams can come true.
100%.
Here you go.
100%.
Is there anybody that influenced you? I mean, who got you going? Who gave you that kickstart?
Oh man, well, I stayed, just doing random karaoke shows,
Yeah.
competitions, auditions, and whatnot. So I stayed busy doing it on the weekends, but nothing too serious. It wasn't until I met a couple friends that really kind of just broke it down for me and kind of exposed me to the entertainment industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Taught me a lot of the intricate stuff. And I'm just like forever grateful. It was because I grew up here in the valley, and here is the Coachella Valley.
That's
what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Where did it all start? Yeah.
Where it all started was, being out here in the valley, growing up in the working class. You don't really get exposed to what's really out there just in your backyard.
So you've been doing all your performing out here in the valley up to this point, then, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So what do you think of the valley? What do you think of everybody out here and giving you this great adulation and everything. I mean, you're knocking out of the park out here. You're
Thank
doing
you.
great.
You know, I think you know, a solid work ethic is really important, but so I attribute it to that.
Yep.
The skill and the talent came later. You know, it's just kind of all bundled up into one. But here in the Valley, being a local attraction and being a native from here, I mean, what am I trying to say?
Just whatever comes to mind.
It's such a magical, like, valley. I didn't know how much opportunity there was out here when it comes to entertainment and what I grew up in. It was right in my backyard. I didn't even know.
And all the talent that's out here, and all of you can feed off of one another and learn from one another.
Yep.
That's got the energy alone has got to be something special, right?
Oh yeah, some of my best performances have been with accompanied musicians and singers.
That's fantastic.
You know, the one thing I noticed too is just from being at your venues when you're singing, as well as people that I talk to, including my daughter-in-law, by the way. She absolutely loves you. You got a real wide generation of people that enjoy your music, from the younger folks to the older, which is a big part of us, right?
It's funny how that came about, because when I started singing, I kind of just got thrown into it. So one of the things I would do at my shows is, you know, I would suggest people to tell me what they like. And that's how I developed, you know, all the songs, all the covers that I do now.
So before I forget, I got to bring up something. I want you to tell all these folks who may not know what you did during COVID, because you were standing up in front of my house one day. I want you to tell these folks what you did on your own time.
Well, like a lot of other people, the pandemic was a rough time for me personally as well. I basically just, you know, I figured out a way to stay busy by doing these things called curbside song deliveries. And what I did was I figured out a way to put my equipment in my car and drive around town and deliver the gift of song to people in need of just a song, or just a presence, or just someone to say, hey, it's gonna be okay. It got really scary the first 3 months, and I admit I was pretty scared myself, but I said to myself, you know what, I gotta stay busy, I gotta stay social. And I really learned a lot about myself in that period, because I learned that it's more important to make someone smile than to have a great performance.
You're as smooth as what? It's Tennessee whiskey. Come on. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Stay strong, oh, your love all the time.
You sing from the heart.
Absolutely. You know, I'll tell you.
Please give it up, because that is special, everybody.
I'm a witness to it. We were right in the middle of August, and it was August the 9th, our 34th wedding anniversary. We had nowhere to go, nothing to do, couldn't see our children, couldn't see our grandkids. Next thing you know, I hear a knock on the door. I open up the door, and he heads to the curb and starts singing. And I go, what the heck is going on? And it was the most beautiful thing. My wife was crying.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. That was awesome. And that's something.
It was special to me too.
It was awesome. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
Thank you.
Well, listen, where are you performing, and when you are performing, what is the type songs that you like doing the most?
Ooh, okay. Well, right now I'm performing. I got a weekly reoccurring event at the Westin Mission Hills in Rancho Mirage.
Yes.
Very nice. Good venue.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. In October, Bernie's Lounge is going to open up in Rancho Mirage as well.
Very good.
And I'll be featured a night or two in there.
We look forward to that.
And then I do a lot of country clubs out here. So, you know, like on the weekends, I kind of keep it open for private events.
Okay.
Because I hate to commit to something on the weekend and then just say, hey, I can't make it. I have this other event or whatnot.
I get it. You don't want to have crossover days.
I want to keep everyone happy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, Tony, any other questions you have for the gentleman?
You know what? Like I said, I think he is a jewel. He's part of our desert. He started here in our desert. He is part of the fabric of the desert.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you so much for everything that you do. You have a lovely wife as well, right?
I do.
Is she
Yes.
here with us today?
She couldn't make it. She
Okay.
couldn't make it. She had to work overtime.
Okay, hey,
like she
listen.
normally does.
Yeah, she was the one knocking
But,
on the door, getting everything together while you were setting up on the curb over there.
That's right.
it's all
That's
good.
right.
He
right.
remembers.
Oh yeah, I didn't forget. And you know what? He wouldn't take a dime of a tip either, by the way.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, nothing. I
Yeah,
mean, it was all free.
The curbside song deliveries was just a way for me to give back
I think
because
it was awesome.
a lot of people poured into me in the beginning, and I just,
Well, listen, we thank you. You're a wonderful entertainer, and we appreciate it very much.
We'll be right back with Patrice Morris.
Hi, I'm Marc Lantero,
And I'm Tony Pomponio.
inviting you to join us
Every Saturday morning at 10:30
on KPSE TV for the
the
Marc and Tony Show.
a talk show that guarantees to put a smile on your face.
The Marc and Tony Show, every Saturday morning at 10:30. Join us!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Miss Patrice Morris. Hi, Hoya.
it is a pleasure and please.
Have a seat.
We thank you for coming to our humble little show
My pleasure.
and gracing us with your presence. We do appreciate it very, very
Thanks
much.
for having me.
You look wonderful.
You look
Thank you so much.
fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so I've got to start off right off the bat. How did you get your start in music? Why and how did it all come about?
Well, I'm a Southern girl, Mississippi girl. Grew up in a home where everybody sang. And I got my start, of course, in church, like a lot of us did, in the choirs and directing choirs. And then I went to college, music scholarship, sang everything, opera and classical, and of course did a lot of little R&B and stuff for like weddings and everything. But my root, of course, was gospel. So I continued to do gospel. I'm the worship leader at my church. And I married a California guy.
Great. Let me ask you this. Where would that be? Give your church a plug.
Well, my church is Crossword Christian Church in Moreno Valley.
There you go.
Come on, give it up, everybody.
Yep, I married a California guy, moved to California in '81. And basically the rest is history. I met people like you and just was blessed to just sing at different venues. I met Ruth Ruiz, who introduced me to Palm Springs area, and it's just been wonderful ever since.
Fantastic. So your passion for music, you just mentioned all the different venues that you've been involved in. So I do have to ask, out of them all, and now obviously being involved with the church and everything, which one really strikes a chord with you, no pun intended, but which one really is a driving force?
Singing with the Fifth Dimension.
Okay.
That's my real job.
Okay. Let's
know
give
what?
it up.
That leads to my question. I've been dying to ask you this. What was that like?
I was scared silly when my first show I was just really nervous. You're looking at thousands of people. I had never been in a venue like that, even though I traveled the U.S. as a gospel artist. And then I, again, was blessed to become a member. I've been with them, I guess, about 14 or 15 years. But, you know, I was just really, really nervous. But they gave me a little grace period. And now I've got it down now.
So let me ask,
and I love it.
Let me ask you this. How old were you when you started with them?
Young.
Young.
Yeah, I know that was kind of a loaded question. Sorry about that.
Just a couple years ago, right?
I was young.
I mean, it's an exciting time for you being
Yeah.
part of the group and everything, and I would imagine just traveling everywhere.
Absolutely.
Being involved in all different types of venues and everything.
Absolutely.
Where was the most, now I'm going to get into the nitty gritty a little bit. Where is the most exciting place that you all performed at?
I would say Niagara Falls.
Really? Wow.
Niagara Falls was so much fun. It's beautiful, and we were able to relax, and the people are great, and they're used to us, and the shows are just fantastic, and everybody knows the songs, you know, and so I like that place. It's just beautiful.
So I'm trying to picture this. So was it like you guys were traveling on buses together, or I mean, was it like a...
No buses.
Really?
We planes and then limos.
Wow.
Yeah.
How nice was that, huh?
It was kind of nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you guys passed through Vegas at all?
We've done shows in Vegas,
Yeah,
yes.
I could imagine.
Oh, yeah, we've been around.
So how many dates do you as a group try to do per year? Because I know you need some downtime just to recoup your voice and all.
I guess on the average, maybe since I've been with the group, 2 dates a month. But sometimes we have maybe 4 or 5 dates, but then the next month, nothing. So, you know, it just kind of skips around. And of course, with COVID that year, we had the most dates that I had experienced with them. And then, of course, they were all canceled.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And so that really, it was sad to me.
But you're going to be touring again,
yeah,
right?
I was getting ready to say,
Okay.
they were able to make most of them up because we
Okay,
got
good.
the itinerary and it looks good.
Excellent. Well, congrats for that, too.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
where can people look and find out where you're going to be at, and even here in the desert, for example?
Yeah, here in the desert, I perform at Babalu's Lounge in Palm Desert every Saturday night, 6:30, and then I perform at Bernie's in Rancho Mirage. Now Bernie's will start back in October,
Right.
so I'll be there on Fridays and maybe Sundays.
2 great venues, too.
Yeah, yeah,
Very
and
good venues.
yeah, and I have another one coming up, but it's not developed yet, so I won't mention that one.
So we'll keep that on the QT?
Yeah, I don't want to mention that one yet. But I post everything on Facebook and on social media. So I post all of my shows. And of course, Fifth Dimension, they can just go to the website, Fifth Dimension, and
Check
we're
it
there.
out there.
Yeah.
Well, so how cool is that, folks? What do you think, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's kind of give it up here a little bit.
I have to say that I've been to Bernie's and I've heard you sing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I
and I'll
remember
tell you,
you.
you're fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Enjoyed every moment. I mean, I can't wait. In fact, we got to go to Babalu's one night.
Gotta go to
I was going to
Babalu's.
say, I've
It's
been to
nice.
Babalu's, but I'm going to have to come see you at Bernie's for sure.
Yeah,
Well, we'll
yeah.
see you at Babalu's first, then we'll go to
I'll tell you what, we'll do it all.
Yeah, there you go. We're
As a
known
matter
to
of
be on the
fact, we're
ball,
your
you know?
groupies. We're going to follow
I
it.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Babalu's is a lot of fun. Pretty place. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, they did a nice job fixing it up there a little bit.
Yeah.
So I notice whenever we see you, you're always with your husband. And
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great relationship.
42 years.
I was just going to
42
say,
years.
42 fabulous years.
42 fabulous years.
Fabulous
And
years.
he's also my manager, my road dog. He takes care of everything. All I do is sing.
Well, then a shout-out audience to him.
Ken Morris.
Dan Morris. Hey, folks,
He's
how
the
about a hand
man.
for Dan Morris? All things being equal, thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
My pleasure.
And we look forward to come out and see you.
Right. I wanted to make a special thank you because I've never had the opportunity of hearing you or being around you, so I'll make a point of that. It's been a pleasure having you on our show.
Thank you so
I mean,
much.
taking the time out to be part of what we're doing here, we do appreciate it very much.
Thank you
So-
for having me.
And there's one thing I've learned. Not only is she a great singer, but even when she speaks, it makes you melt. you got a beautiful,
Thank you so
beautiful
much.
voice.
Thank
Man.
you.
Beautiful
Thank you.
voice, beautiful lady.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much,
So-
gentlemen.
What song are you going to be gracing us with this evening?
Until You Come Back to Me by Aretha Franklin.
And will that song be to me?
It would be to you.
Thank you, thank you. So, Carol, sorry about that,
It's
Carol,
always
on the
to
audience.
you. What's the deal here?
I don't know. It just has to be.
Oh, you don't call anymore. I sit and wait in vain. I guess I'll rap on your door, tap on your window pane. I wanna tell you, baby, changes I've been going
Thank you again. As I say every week and every episode, we appreciate you coming to see the Tony and Marc show, or the Marc and Tony show.
I like it that way. I like it that way
the
better.
Marc Antonelli show. But anyway, we thank you just the same. So Tony and Marc, well, hold on, Tony. Who was on the show tonight, by the way?
Oh, Miss Patrice Morris.
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. One of the best voices in the band.
Chris Lomeli.
Lomeli!
We are so blessed with amazing talent. That's the whole reason why we want to put this show together to begin with, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we want to showcase what we have here in this beautiful desert of ours.
Right.
And you know what? I think the train has left the station.
That's right.
Right?
And everybody, thank you again. We'll see you next week.
Until next time.
And one more time for Sonny Veloci.
Hey, and the crew.
Live from the American Legion building in Palm Springs, California, it's the Marc and Tony Show! Starring Marc Lantero and Tony Pomponio. Tonight's guest will be tennis Hall of Famer Rosie Casals and singer Rose Mallett. Musical director is yours truly, Lizann. And now, put your hands together for Marc and Tony!
Hello, everybody. We're back for another rousing show. And thank you, Lizann, for that great intro. Thank you, thank you.
How's everybody doing out there, huh? Everything good? Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, ready?
Open the coat.
Oh, yeah, unbutton the coat. That's right.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Sit down, will you?
Yeah. Another rousing show.
Yep, another one.
Another one.
What are you going to do?
Hey, before we start, I think we have a special announcement we should make
Yes, you
today,
know
right?
what? I have my nephew. He loves our show, and he watches it with his dad regularly, my brother Nicola. And so I was up in San Francisco visiting them lately, and my brother said, hey, Anthony, he calls me Anthony. He goes, and it would be cool if you can plug your nephew's name on the show. So this guy's got the coolest name. So I want to make a plug
Together,
for
ready?
Sinatra Pomponio.
There he is. This show is dedicated for you, partner.
Is that a cool name or what? Sinatra.
That's good.
Anyway, he's going to get a kick.
That's a cool name, but
he's going to get a kick out of that.
something that's been bothering me from backstage. I don't know. What's with the Fu Manchu, and are you going to start ponytailing your hair? What are you doing?
Here we go again. First, you got to mess with my legs over here, okay?
Well, I mean, those are like a couple of tree trunks, so we're not even going to go there. But I mean,
This leg's
look.
got some miles on it, man. These legs used to carry a football, okay?
Okay, but
All
let's get back to the point. What's with the Fu Manchu?
I was trying to get off that point. So unlike Pretty Boy here, you know, I get the roles of Master Sergeant. Okay?
That's true, you do.
I got to play well, actually, a really cool situation.
Yes.
A new movie is going to be coming out, later this year, first part of next year.
Right.
It's PTSD, Soldier's Revenge. And both of us have the...
we have roles in the
we have
movie,
roles, yeah.
And what it is, it's obviously explaining about the military personnel when they're coming back from duty and the trials and tribulations that they may be experiencing and how they all try to work together to make it happen.
So anyway, long story short, I got to play the role of this Master Sergeant, old retired guy with long hair, Fu Manchu mustache. I fit the bill. I got the role.
He did great. He was fantastic. He knew his lines. His timing and everything was perfect.
Sonny Veloci was very proud of me. I was able to remember 9 lines. I didn't ad-lib like I do on Marc's Place. And I didn't get any sleep all night long because I kept repeating the lines while I was dreaming. But other than that, it was great. It was a lot of fun. Well, actually, you know what? I actually got emotional during our scene because you know there were some guys that were sitting in our round. It was almost like an AA meeting type thing. And it was very emotional. The guys were getting into it. I had tears in my eyes, man. But
you pulled it off. But you explained who you were. Explain who I was in the movie.
Oh, yeah. So I get to be the Master Sergeant. Guess who gets to be? The General. I don't understand.
What can I tell you, everybody? They just know. So I still boss them around. Anyway, we got a great show coming up today.
That's why I need another boss. Rosie Casals,
our great guest.
Oh, yeah.
Who else?
Oh. Singer, sensational, Rose Mallett.
So everybody, please stay tuned. We'll be right back, and thank you.
Very good.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us tonight, tennis star, Hall of Famer, Rosie Casals.
In very easy fashion. And then Wade and Court came back to win that first set, 7-5.
Rosie, thank you for coming on today.
Interview with Frick and Frack. I said, who's that?
Oh, God.
Don't take that too serious, okay?
I'm not going to. I'm not
We're still trying to
going
figure out who's who and who's what.
Thank
So,
Yeah,
so
we
really-
banter back and forth. But anyway, it's all about you right now.
Yeah, so anyway, thank you for coming on the show tonight. The first question I would like to ask, it's a very important one, and I think it's something you want to elaborate on, is your foundation.
Yes, my Love and Love Tennis Foundation started in 2015 with my cohort Tori Fritz, who played on the tour in the 70s. And so, you know, tennis has given me so much, and I felt that there's some way that I've got to be able to give back to the game.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, the kids show up and they like to hit balls, and all of a sudden, you know, we have a foundation that teaches kids and gives free clinics throughout the whole of Coachella Valley. You know, we've been just about everywhere and want to continue the programs, trying to bring tennis to everybody that I possibly can. It's been my life, and just love it and like to share it with the kids. At some point, somewhere down the line, is develop a tennis center, maybe in the east side of the valley.
Interesting.
And sometime in the future, because everybody wants to play soccer, I want them to play tennis.
There you go. Rosie, is there somewhere everyone can go to in order, if they'd like to donate or...
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be standing out here. No. But the Love and Love Tennis Foundation.com is a good place. I have a website there. Thank you. That would be wonderful.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Thank you.
We want to promote what you're doing. It's a great cause, and I think what you're doing to the community, the children, everything, I think it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
So.
no, I think what you're doing, I agree. Very good for the
Very
kids.
good.
But now let's take a step back into memory lane and
Yes.
going back into some history.
Of course, we come, myself, and actually we're celebrating the 51st anniversary of the original 9, who were the 9 women who fought for equality in 1970 and divorced themselves from the old establishment and fought for equal pay and women's rights and all that, along with Gloria Steinem. And we are celebrating our 51st anniversary, in addition to having been inducted this July into the International Tennis Hall of Fame.
How about that, folks?
What's kind of neat about that is that we are the first group that has ever been
That's
inducted. And so tennis wouldn't be where it is now if we wouldn't have done that. You know, we got suspended, we got threatened, and we thought our careers were over, but the Virginia Slims came out of that, professional women's tennis.
That's awesome.
And and now we've got, you know, $2.3 million for tournaments for women winning the same things. The U.S. Open, Wimbledon, you know.
And that's what I wanted the audience to really be recognized with, because of you. I'm not saying you're being cavalier about it, but you brought something to the forefront where everybody gets an understanding of what it truly is.
You know, before we came on, I had an opportunity to talk to Rosie a little bit about when I was younger, growing up. I was a teenager, and back in those days, we were following you guys, yourself, Billie Jean King, Jimmy Connors, that whole bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when tennis was really hot.
Well, it was in the mid-'70s. You know, after open tennis came into the picture, where it became commercialized, and you had pros,
Right.
and you know, the money and the companies, and you know, everything was coming up with television. Every weekend, you would see matches, tournaments, everything, new tennis equipment manufacturers. So yeah, it really, and especially with Billie Jean and the Battle of the Sexes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the turning point at where
Riggs, that was a huge turning point.
We were all watching.
Yeah, well, great.
Right.
I was there commentating with Howard Cosell.
How about that?
So yeah, that was
The voice.
how about that?
The voice.
Who do we watch more nowadays on the screen? Do we watch the men or the women? I watch the women.
Oh, that's
Okay?
good.
I mean, to me, the women are the ones that are carrying the game now. And you guys set that platform for these.
I agree with you that women's tennis is at its highest. We got a lot of influx of young players coming up, and lots of prize money. Way over. I don't even know. That's horrible, but it's certainly over $100 million in all the countries all over the world. I mean, Billie Jean made her first $100,000 in 1971, and that was a big deal. You had to play every week to make that kind of money. And now what the players make and the platform they're given, and the people that view and watch women's tennis, and just in the Olympics, the women took 66 medals.
Yep.
A lot more than the men.
So do these young people, these young women tennis players, do they understand what you guys did for them? Do they get it?
Well, they're getting it.
Get the dollar.
But I don't think all of them do. I think I think we should probably do a better job of giving them a little history and background. I think that they would probably enjoy it and appreciate it.
Yeah.
And there are those that have thanked us and are aware of what it was then and what it has become.
So you've had the opportunity to speak with some of the tennis players
We've
of
had
today?
with some of them,
Okay.
Unfortunately not all of them, and that's another part that would be nice to be able to connect exactly, because Billie Jean always says history's so important. The more you know, the more you will understand and move forward, and we still need the women to keep moving forward, because our job is still not done.
Well, the second I heard you were going to be on our show, I kind of reminisced back in those days, and I remember that whole Bobby Riggs thing. So me and other couple football players at that time in high school, we decided to challenge a couple girls that were on our high school tennis team. So I go, this is easy. Wait, these girls, they hit the ball over to us, I hit it over the fence. Okay?
Oh, at that point, I knew. Wrong game going.
At that point, I go, you know what? They're better than us. So it's a tough sport. It really is. You got to know what you're
It is. It definitely is.
So let's fast forward then. What else is happening for you today? Obviously, you live out here full time now, or?
I do, and I
Okay.
love it. I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco,
Oh, really?
and lived in Sausalito for 35 years, but I never saw the sun.
Yeah.
So that's why, living here is great. Play a lot of tennis, and with the BNP coming up, we've got lots of friends coming. Billie Jean will be out, and actually her book, All In, I've been reading it because I'm going to copy a lot of stuff she has, because she did all the research. So when I write my book, it's already ready. But anyway, I've been enjoying
Well,
her
if it's
book.
okay with you, when that time comes, we would love somehow, some way
Okay.
to meet the ladies,
I hope
okay?
I'm still around as well as you.
Oh, I
You
got
know
a
how
hunch
you
you will
want
be.
to finish something, and you never quite get there, but I will. But I've enjoyed that, and she'll be out, and she's always part of what I do, and she gets out there with the kids, and it's something special.
That's awesome.
Having her around. So
Well, I'll tell you
we
what,
enjoy it.
you're a very special guest, and we're very honored, happy,
Yes.
and excited to have you on today.
Well, I'm so happy you asked me. I mean, this is a great setup. I
Well,
mean,
it's
seriously,
a nice
aren't you
setup.
on? You do a
We have a TV show too that
Yeah,
Tony
we
and I
do a
are
few
part
things,
of.
yeah.
So, no, thank you for promoting us a little bit too. Now, see,
Well,
audience, this works both ways.
But I know all about it, and we hope we will continue. And I don't know, you may ask me to be on your show just to hit a tennis ball or something.
There you go.
Right? So
We'll work on that. We'll make sure that happens.
Probably going to have a part in it, and it should be a lot of fun.
I think we need your wit as well.
Yeah.
My wit. Okay. Well, sometimes it's dim.
Well, listen, Rosie, I wanted to thank you again, for being on the show. Audience, we'll be right back, so please stand by.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Hi, I'm Marc Lantero,
And I'm Tony Pomponio.
inviting you to join us
Every Saturday morning at 10:30
on KPSE TV for the
Marc and Tony Show, a talk show that guarantees to put a smile on your face.
The Marc and Tony Show, every Saturday morning at 10:30.
Join us! Ladies and gentlemen, singer, songwriter, actress, entertainer, Rosie Mallett.
Bésame mucho. Each time I cling to your kiss, I hear music divine. Bésame, bésame mucho. Hold me, my darling, and make all my dreams come true. Oh, dearest one, if you should ever leave me, each little dream would take wing, and my life would be through. Bésame, bésame mucho. Love me, my darling, and make all my dreams come true. Ooh. This joy is something new. My arms enfolding you. Never knew this thrill before. Whoever thought I'd be holding you close to me, whispering it's you I adore. Dearest one, if you should ever leave me, each little dream would take wing, and my life would be through. Bésame mucho. Love me, my darling, and make all my dreams come true. La 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 la. Bésame, bésame mucho. Oh, love me, my darling, and make all my dreams come true. Ooh, love me, my darling, and make all my dreams come true.
Please welcome Rosie Mallett.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you guys for
Well,
inviting me.
the honor's ours. And I know we have a little history together. Maybe my history's a little bit longer back home, but we're both from Chicago.
Hey now.
And
I saw a man who danced with his wife.
there you go. I knew we'd start off real fast.
Why am I always surrounded by people from Chicago?
I don't know. It just seems to happen, Tony.
What happened
That's
to
all.
Motown? What happened to Detroit?
Well, I don't know. Second fiddle with that.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
But anyway, how long were you in Chicago?
You know, my mother and I relocated in 1960 to Los Angeles when I was 13.
Okay.
So now if you want to calculate all of that, don't get your calculator out. I just made 74. August the 3rd.
Hey, big round. Big round. Well, we're happy that you've left Chicago and you're out here with us tonight.
Do you make your home here in the desert?
Actually, no, I live in Moreno Valley, but I'm here so often it feels like home.
Well, yeah, that's why I asked. I mean, I know you're singing on. You know what? I gotta say that I love your outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It really looks sharp.
Thank you very much.
And I have to say, I love the hair. That's a good color that hair is. I'm really liking it.
Here we go again.
Our Chicago people, we're tight. So.
Okay, so let's
get to
talk about
business
you.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us all about you and what you're currently doing.
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm from Chicago, moved to Los Angeles in 1960. When I was in high school, I was approached by Sam and Dave, a famous R&B group. I was singing with an R&B group, and they gave us an invitation to go to Capitol Records to do a demo.
Oh, wow.
And while we were there, it was Lou Rawls and Martha Reeves of the Vandellas were in the studio, and they encouraged us to really, to sing. So we were offered a contract. The girls took that information to their mother. I took mine to my mom, and my mother in turn took it to my pastor. And he said that either I had to sing for the Lord or the devil. So,
wow.
So I
limited two choices.
I got a hunch I know which one you chose.
So I honored my commitment because I was the president of the junior choir at the time, and I really didn't resume singing until well after my mother had passed away. So by that time, I was an adult, and so I went for it.
Good for you, and we're all happy that you did.
Thank you.
I mean. So, performing out here, can you give anybody a little feedback of what's going on with you?
Are you
sure, absolutely. If I may, I would say that I started at Spotlight 29 in the Gym Restaurant.
Yeah.
From there, I went to Ascena for a couple of years. From there, I went to Woody's for 8 years.
Yes.
Purple Room, this is my 4th season. And Vicky's, and this is going into my 3rd season. So I'm happy to formally announce that on Tuesday, August 31st, that the Purple Room will reopen, and I am the opening act.
Awesome. How about
Congratulations. That is really good.
And you know what?
I think
we gotta be there. We
gotta make a point of trying to figure this out and get over it. I've never been to the Purple Room.
You haven't what?
I have never been, so I'd like to go.
Listen,
I like to go.
They only let them out on weekends.
Yes, I'm kind of I hibernate during the week, and maybe every once in a while they let me out on the weekend.
Actually, I got to bring him back by 10 o'clock because they lock the doors at the home he lives at. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's enough about us.
Yeah.
So what are you going to sing for us today?
One by the Andrews Sisters, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was the famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a style of boogie no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. And then his number came up, and now he's gone with the draft. He's in the army now, blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow the bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand. And so the next day the captain went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he blows reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A doodly-yada, doot-doot. He plays it A to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is blowing with him. And now the company jumps when he blows reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow the bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand. And so the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he blows reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Oh, shucks. Now, come on, get it. Work it. Woo! Come on. But then they know you didn't say that. But then they know you didn't say that. But then they know you didn't say. And now the company jumps when he blows reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. If I were to say, ooh, what, if I were to say, ooh, what, if I were to say, ooh, what, if I were to say, and now the company jumps when he blows reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Hey, another great show today. I mean, it was fantastic. Great day. We have Miss Rosie Casals,
Rose Mallett,
and Miss Liz Warner up here with us right now.
Lizann.
Well, no, we got two names for her. I'm trying to
Oh, there's
incorporate
three.
everything. There's three
Actually,
names.
there's four.
Really?
Oh, well, let's hear them.
There's Elizabeth Ann.
Okay.
Then there's Lizann, short for Elizabeth Ann. Then there's Liz. There's Elizabeth. And then there's Eliza from my original
that's
music.
right.
Well, tonight we have
Yeah, so
Eliza.
it's like 5.
We're going to say Eliza tonight. We have
I
Eliza
bet you like saying that, huh?
tonight. Yeah.
So anyway, hey, I'll tell you what, man. Rose Mallett, she's over there moving, and Jen, I'm over here kind of moving with her. I'll tell you what, that was rough.
I think you're ready to need a cigarette after
There
that
she,
one.
look at she's in the audience.
Yeah, she's in the audience. She's laughing.
Hey, did a great job.
My heartbeat is still going. I can't even talk. I'm so nervous
saw the look
right now.
on your face.
She really sells it. She really sells it.
Yeah, very good.
Great,
You know
great
what, though?
singer. And she's going to be at the Purple Room. So
That's
we're gonna go see her.
Was
We're
that
gonna go see
August
her.
31st? August 31st.
You know what,
Everybody
though,
should go see
Lizann?
her.
You did a great job, though, tonight with that.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you for
as
all you
always,
do.
Thank you for
filling in is not always
yeah,
easy.
it's not an easy job, but thank you for doing
And
it.
being the
Appreciate
sound
it.
person.
That's right.
So
It's a
we're
lot of
saying.
work.
So we thank you for all that.
Yes.
And what do you got to say?
Me?
Worth saying.
To be quite honest, I usually don't have much to say. But
Tonight we want to change that, okay? We want to change that a little bit tonight. It's hard pulling teeth with this guy.
you know, thank you to the crew. Everybody did a great job. All right. You know, we always got to give credit to the crew. Got to give credit to the audience. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with
the
us.
audience, but you know, like Tony said, the crew, Steve and Gary, and of course Sonny leading the way, and all the other people in the background.
We couldn't do it without you guys, and Christy Rucci as well.
Yeah, well, Christy. And hold on.
And
I'm
Carol,
not
Carol.
going to forget Miss Carol. Miss Carol brings it all the time.
She does your hair. She does his hair. She did some of my hair too.
She
so
puts
thank
it all
you,
together
Carol.
for me so I can be here with this guy.
Okay, so I got to add one more person. You know, she poked me in the eye with the friggin' thing when she was putting the makeup on. Franny, thank you, honey.
That's right.
And I was just joking. She didn't poke me in the eye.
No, because she poked me in the eye.
Well, I told her to.
Yeah, thanks. So.
I know you can. I know you can.
No, anyway, we had a great show tonight.
It was a lot of fun.
Again, it's always good having everybody out, and thank you again. We can't say it enough. I know you travel from afar, per
All the way
se.
from Kentucky.
So there you go. So we appreciate you coming in, and really, audience, thank you so much for your participation.
Really
this
appreciate
evening.
it.
So until we come back next week, everybody enjoy, take care, be safe, be blessed.
Live from the American Legion building in Palm Springs, California, it's the Marc and Tony Show! Starring Marc Lantero and Tony Pomponio. Filling in for Marc Antonelli as musical director is yours truly, Lizann Mortar. Tonight's guest will be saxophonist Chase Huna and producer Chip Miller. And now, put your hands together for Marc and Tony!
thank you.
Yes, we are back.
And living color. Right?
Living color.
What? Did you say that?
Living color?
Where?
What time zone are you living in?
I don't know. Some out there, Twilight Zone.
You still have that Indian that shows up in your TV at 11 o'clock at night?
You know what? I do. I do.
Anyway,
And he
okay.
talks back. I'm going to sit down. You're going to stand up?
Oh, I'm going to watch you sit down first. I got him. Finally got him.
Well, Tony.
Okay.
You know what? Normally, Tony and I, we banter back and forth,
No.
which we always do.
No.
That's just a standard thing with the two of us. But I have to say, and Sonny Veloci was part of this as well, our producer, our guru, our guy that wears these cargo shorts with ropes. I don't understand what that's all about.
You know,
but,
we got to fix that.
I mean, I don't know where he gets his clothes, but it must be some sort of cartoon store. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, figure. Hey, the next time he has 2 beers and he's out of it, I'm going to bring a pair of scissors. Yeah, and then we'll snip those things. Okay, so anyway, yesterday the three of us, along with the ladies, we were at an epic, what we call a Hollywood-style party.
Yeah.
I mean, this was just off the charts. Tony, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, Robert and Norma Zamora, friends of ours.
Yes.
Friends of many folks, in fact, a lot of folks in the audience, I think, were there last night.
Yep.
We would just tore it up. We had an Italian-style, Hollywood,
Oh, it was
star-studded singers. Hell, I even sang.
Yeah, well, that's when we took a dive a little bit, but that being said,
Hey, listen, I watched the video today. When I came out, I got the biggest applause. Okay,
Okay.
That's enough of this nonsense already over here.
I didn't see that when I watched it, but anyway, that being said,
you don't see applause, you hear it.
Yeah, well, I didn't see either. Or hear either.
Well, anyway.
But it was really good because we had a lot of friends and a lot of performers, and they all did a great thing. And
Great
so,
time. We
but
survived.
anyway, we've got a great show coming on today. I am going to introduce Mr. Chip Miller, producer, writer, songwriter, and who else?
Oh, saxophone artist extraordinaire, Chase Huna.
So everybody, please stay tuned. We'll be right back, but we do like hearing the applause, so keep it coming. Thank you, everybody.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lizann Warner.
I got a girl crush. Hate to admit it, but I've got a hot rush, and it ain't slowing down. I got it real bad. I want everything she has. That smiling, that midnight laugh she's giving you now. I wanna taste her lips, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair. I want her magic touch. Yeah, 'cause maybe then you'd want me just as much. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair. I want her magic touch. Yeah, 'cause maybe then you'd want me just as much. I got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. Hate to admit it, but I've got a heart rush, and it ain't slowing down.
Ladies and gentlemen, good friend of mine, producer, writer, songwriter, that is, Mr. Chip Miller. Kind of a special person in my life because he was a teacher that got me started to memorize lines, and Carol said I should name all 9 of the 10 that he had me memorize, but we may have to do that for another time. But I still memorize those lines, and I still have them.
We get to blame you for this?
I knew I set myself. I knew I set myself up for this.
Are you kidding me?
Well, the funny thing is that we were doing an infomercial at the time, and which I don't normally do. And I had to call this casting agent in Palm Springs. I normally do all my casting in Burbank. She sent I gave her specs. I said, I want a guy about 40, kind of nice looking, trim, grayish hair. She sent me about 800 people. About 900 of them were all, about 800 were all different sorts and genders. But there was one guy in the whole thing, and it was him. And I said, geez, he looks like Richard Gere. So we hired him for the infomercial. We became friends. And yeah, so I guess I let him out of the box. But I'm very proud of him.
Yeah, I want to thank you very much.
Yeah, and this we date back.
Congratulations to you guys.
We date back, what, 10 years?
That was, geez,
Right.
yeah, I guess about 10 years, 2012, 11, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so he also gave me acting lessons
they were fun.
and direction and everything.
They were fun.
So
First I wanted to say I'm going to cross my legs because I know that upset you. I saw the last show.
you know what? See, you made the big mistake. Because now we're just right back at you. So there you go. Thank you, Chip, for that.
So ladies and gentlemen, I got one on each side now. Okay? I can't catch a break. Sonny, I need some hazard pay over here.
I started as an artist in New Jersey, and then I did that for quite a while. I was a folk singer. Then I went off to Vietnam. When I came back from Vietnam, I got a job with Monty Python's Flying Circus, the BBC show. And then that was the rest of my career led into strictly filmmaking and writing and so forth. So it's been a rough year. This pandemic has been rough, but for me it's been great because I've been doing a lot of writing and we've made a lot of sales. And normally I wouldn't have made half the pickups that I've gotten except for the time we had allowed to us. But I've got a show going on right now on Amazon Prime, which is a big live action drama piece. That HBO piece that you did the table read on.
And the name of the show?
The name of the show is Joey Shumka. It's an indigenous for The Glass Rider. And it's a 3-part series.
Interesting.
Yeah, big budget stuff. And we got a Black Cowboy series that's going to be on Discovery Channel, which starts
very good.
Yeah, that's fun. And we're doing a small project called the Marriage Zone with Tom Hanks, who's the exec producer.
How cool is that?
And we're doing a Western with Liam Neeson, which we start actually shooting in Canada in February.
Oh, really?
We wrote it together. Oh, thanks.
He's one of my favorites, I'll tell you.
He's awesome.
I really love that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's great.
He's
awesome.
very good actor.
Oh, yeah.
And,
We sold the project originally to Clint Eastwood, and Clint was fighting between doing his last Western, and it took about a year, and he finally decided not on ours, but to go with Unforgiven. So our project went on turnaround. Penny Marshall picked it up. It was there for a year, and then she died.
Yeah.
And so now it reverted back to Liam and I, and we finally just sold it recently. So we're very excited.
Well, congratulations
Thank you.
for that.
That's awesome. Very good.
So there is a lot of things on your calendar
Yes,
happening
absolutely.
right now.
Just released my second album too, which is great because we had a
very good.
Yeah.
Now, where do you make your home?
I'm living in Burbank and in Palm Desert.
Really?
Yeah.
And I wanted to touch base with the audience a little bit about the Kingston Trio. I
Yeah.
was hoping maybe you could,
Sure.
because I know you've collaborated with them a lot as well.
Yeah,
so.
well, what I do a lot of PBS and HBO concert shows, and so I had a chance to work with them, and I'm a closet Kingston Trio fan. Because in my day, when the Beatles were huge, nobody admitted they liked the Kingston Trio because they were kind of becoming passé. But they were huge from 57 to 67, big selling group. And so I had a chance to approach them. There's only one alive. And to see if we can do a PBS tribute special. So we pulled this huge all-star concert together with Brian Wilson and Timothy Schmidt of the Eagles and a whole bunch of stars.
Interesting.
And it's been on PBS for about 4 years, and then I did a couple more concerts with them. And the gentleman who was the original survivor of the Kingston Trio, Bob Shane, he died, unfortunately, of COVID in 2020, the same day Kobe Bryant was killed.
Oh, geez.
Which is why he got sort of swept off the front pages, kind of like Farrah Fawcett when Michael Jackson died.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a wonderful collaboration, and we kind of shed a little light on them for new generations. Yeah.
What format do you really gravitate the most to? Because I know you're involved in so many different things. What really piques you that you like to really devote a little extra time to?
So not so much format, but genres
Sure,
and stuff.
yeah.
Probably writing, and I love being on set. So writing and directing, I love editing, but songwriting is a big part of my life, and it always has been. And it's now come back again because I was away from it for 20-something odd years. So I would say music, writing, and directing are my three things. But as you know, I'm also a painter and an artist, which I've been for years.
Which I have seen some of your
Right,
artwork, and it's
that's-
beautiful. I mean, if you get the chance, I mean, are you going to be showing any of the artwork out here? I
Well,
would like the audience to.
I have websites with it on, but mainly I only show in LA these days.
Oh, okay.
But you've probably seen a lot of the work because I've done a lot of album covers and book jackets and stuff like that.
You're a guy that, let's say you're at your place in Burbank and you get up in the morning and you know, when I go to work, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to work now and go do my job. How does a writer think? Do you put yourself in a zone, or how does that come about when you know that you really got something that you want to put down on paper?
Well, you've heard of writer's block.
Yeah,
and it does happen even to the best of us. You still stare at a page sometimes, and you'd say fade out, and look at it for an hour.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I usually have all that worked out before I sit down to write. I really am big on development. I really like to outline, work treatments out, work ideas out. I don't like to work it out on the script. The script should be the benefit of all the development that goes into it.
Gotcha.
And then when I sit down to write, I know exactly what I'm doing.
You know, I often wondered about that because it's really a creative situation. You know, I just often wondered, where does your mind need to go to just sit down to start writing? I mean, is it, you know, you have to go to a park, or do you have to go to a forest, or depending on, you know what, I mean.
Yes.
Or do you have to.
Or Tony does watch a lot of movies, so, you know.
I actually, you know, it's funny. I'm going to plug you guys to answer your question. I was going to write a script back in the 80s before I moved to California, and it was about a friend of mine who was a college professor in New Jersey who, when his father died, who owned a big trucking business, he took over the father's business, was cleaning up the account, and realized his dad was tied in with the mafia, and for years was doing deals with the mafia. Well, he didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps, so he kind of called it all off, and then some people came after him, and he went on the witness protection program and was shipped out to California, to La Quinta, and he was put in charge of the program director at La Quinta Hotel. So I was going to write a story about that whole episode, but I couldn't get a handle on it. Now here he is 10-something odd years later, and you're doing it as a comedy, and it's great. So it's really, you sit down to do an idea, and you never know where it's going to go.
You write the idea, you think it, you write it, and then you develop it.
And then life takes care of the rest.
That's what Sonny did when he got Tony and I involved in what Chip is referring to. If you're not aware of it, it's Marc's Place, that we're in hiatus right now, and it's about a mobster that makes his way out to the valley here in the witness protection program to start a new life, and we kind of carry on together, and the trials and tribulations of what goes on here in the valley and what we're doing. All right, so back to the beginning here. I'm going to try to cite these for you. 1 hen,
2 ducks,
3 squawking geese, 4 limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises, 6 pairs of Don's Alvaro Spanish tweezers, 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the sacred crypts of ancient Egypt, 9 diabetic, sympathetic, empathetic old men with the marked propensity towards procrastination and sloth.
You forgot on roller skates.
Oh, I know. No, I knew it.
That was great.
But you know what? I haven't done it in a while, so I thought, you know what, and Carol kept telling me, you better do it, and you better do it right, and of course, I loved it. It's a pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you so much. Audience, please give it up for Mr. Chip Miller. Good friend, nice gentleman, everybody.
G. Aries Visions, visuals from concept to completion, specializing in distinctive logos, identities, and branding. From business cards to banners to billboards, G. Aries Visions is your best graphics solution.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a fabulous young man, saxophonist Huna.
Well, we have the new phenom entertainer in the house today, so
Thank
I've
you.
been anxious to get you on this program
Thank you.
because listening to your tracks, listening to who you've performed with, and I'm sure I'm going to let you take it and tell
Yeah.
us who you've been performing with,
Yeah.
but you're special.
Thank
I
you.
got to tell you, wow.
Thank you.
You bring it. You bring it hard and strong.
Thank you.
He sure does. You know, I've been fortunate enough. I met this young man when you're still a teenager.
Not even that. Like
what? 12, 13 years old.
Before teenage years, like elementary school.
I mean, that was awesome when you played for the first time over at Indian Wells Hotel that one night.
Yeah.
And kind of hung out with all those old guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I still have the group picture, by the way. I have it in my trophy case.
Yeah, yeah.
There's only one trophy there, but anyway, no, it's really cool. I've watched you just grow, and it's been awesome. You know, you're a real asset to the entire valley here, and you represent. And we're very proud of you.
Awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let the audience know a little bit about yourself, instrument you play, how long you've been at this, some of the people you've been with.
So Marc, Tony, we've known each other for I don't know how many years. I want to say 8 now.
At least, yeah.
And like I don't know if anyone knows how young I am, but like 8 years, that's like almost half my life, basically. So I've known Tony. He's like my uncle, I swear. But so my name is Chase Huna. I play saxophone. I started at 10 years old, and I've been performing around the valley since 10 years old, basically, and performing in different clubs, Indian Wells, Hotel, Vicky's, Purple Room, you name it. Just like any place around the valley that has music, I would go there, I would play, I'd go sit in with different bands, and then as I grew older, I started to play out in different cities like LA, started to tour the country to different states, and just perform all over the place, and it's just what I love to do. Did I mention I play saxophone? I did. Okay, cool. Just
now again, and who have you played with? Who have you accompanied with? Some of the people you've been with.
Yeah, so the genre that I play in mostly is smooth jazz. So jazz artists like Mindy Abair, Peter White, Brian Simpson, Kirk Whalum, Richard Elliott, Rick Braun. You know, all our favorite.
Dave Koz.
You know what? I haven't played with Dave Koz. Who else? Brian Culbertson. I love playing with Brian. I played on his Napa Jazz Festival a couple years back. Really, really fun.
And another star out here, Will Donato.
That's right. I believe you had him on the show a couple weeks back. Yeah, that's right.
So you're the next up and coming guy with the hair.
You know what? I'm telling you.
You're out.
I like it.
You're out.
The new generation. I'm digging it.
I knew I was coming on the Marc and Tony show, so I knew I had to have the hair looking good because I knew I had to have the beard looking good and the suit because obviously it's the Marc and Tony show. You know, I
gotta tell you.
You gotta look good.
We're gonna bring this guy back every week. And he's good for us, Tony.
Hey, I got an extra bedroom at home if you want to come hang out with us more often. No, hey, before we run out of time, I got to say one thing. Your mom and dad.
Yes.
They're so supportive.
Yeah.
Okay? Come on, give your mom and dad a plug.
Yeah. Of course. No, ever since the whole driving myself thing became very recent within like the last 5 years, but before I started driving, they drive me to all my shows. My mom would drive me to my music lessons every Saturday morning. So it's like without them really supporting my career the way that they did at a young age, I couldn't have done it without him, honestly.
Yeah. I remember when you were really young, and your dad would always be there. I know the guy worked all day long, and he'd be there at night taking you here, taking you there.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
G. Aries Visions, visuals from concept to completion, specializing in distinctive logos, identities, and branding. From business cards to banners to billboards, G. Aries Visions is your best graphics solution.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lizann Warner.
Cigarette holder, which wakes me over his shoulder. He takes me out catting my satin dove. Baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, let me go. Your flippin' speaks Latin, my satin dove. Well, there's nobody's fool, so I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a try, but I ain't for no guy catching me. Telephone numbers, well, do my rumbas for Mr. Uno, ain't that my satin dove. Bye. He digs me out catting my satin dove. Baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, amigo. Your flippin' speaks Latin, my satin dove. Well, he's nobody's fool, so I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a try, but I ain't for a guy catching me. Telephone numbers, well, you know, do my rumbas, but Mr. Oh no, ain't that my satin dove, my satin dove.
I say it every week, but without the audience, we're nowhere. So we thank the audience for the Marc and Tony show. We really, really appreciate it. And as Tony has echoed on prior shows, I'll echo it today. We thank the cast.
Absolutely.
We thank
Absolutely.
the crew. We thank everybody who's participating in making the Marc and Tony show, so we thank you. But at this moment, Tony, another good show though, right?
Oh, great show. Great show.
Who do we have on today?
We had Chase Huna.
Exactly. And Chip Miller.
Chip Miller.
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen a young man play a sax like that before?
No. How old is he again?
He's got to be at least 21 now, I think.
Or something?
No, he's older.
24.
24.
Just a baby, but he's amazing.
He's
He said he started
amazing.
at
I'm
10
telling
years
you, when
old.
I said phenom, he is it.
I'm telling you,
the boy's good.
His dad used to bring him around when we would be performing different places, and he was like 13 years old then. And he'd come up, he'd show up with that sax, and we'd bring him in there. And
It's amazing.
Yeah,
he's
really
amazing.
We'll have him back on the show because
And he actually
he's
coordinated his saxophone and his jacket.
and he said it.
Oh, yeah.
And he made
Yeah,
mention of that
was-
too. So yeah, he's
So good.
he knows how to bring it, and he's a very, very
I
good
like a
sax
guy
player.
that plays well and also pays attention to fashion.
Absolutely.
As yourself, we like a young lady who sings well and pays attention to her fashion.
Yeah, and by the way, thank you so much.
Yes.
For filling in.
Oh, thank you for having me. I
You are
appreciate
welcome
it.
anytime.
Yes.
It's a
In
pleasure.
fact, is Marc Antonelli going to miss his flight coming back from Philadelphia? We can arrange that, you know. We
Well,
got
we probably
friends.
could. Yes. We have friends in high places.
It's always a pleasure.
Or low places.
Or low places. To everybody out there, we thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
You got it.
Live from Pete's Hideaway in beautiful downtown Palm Springs, California, it's the Marc and Tony Show, starring Marc Lantero and Tony Pomponio, with musical director, yours truly, Marc Antonelli. Today's guest, singer, Hope Diamond, magician, Dean Apple. Now put your hands together for Marc and Tony.
Marc, thank you for that great introduction, my friend.
Oh,
We're back.
We are back, the three amigos.
The three amici. What do you mean amigos?
Okay, amigos. I'm
Hey,
sorry, I got it wrong.
What the frick kind of
Anyway.
Italian are you anyway?
Anyway, really, don't talk to me about anything, Mr. Wolverine, with that face. Anyway, we're happy that everybody is here to see us. And really,
What do you mean, Mr. Wolverine?
Marc, thank you again. But wait a second. What's with the face and the beard?
Okay.
Well, first of all, I need to sit down. You want to sit down?
Yeah, go ahead, sit down.
You're going to sit with me. Ready?
Yeah, ready? Go.
I got you tonight. Ready?
Sit down. All right.
So tell me about Wolverine.
All right. So, you know,
Hold it.
I decided I wanted to be an actor. So I had an opportunity to become an actor in Italy. So they wanted to reenact the X-Men in Italy. Okay? So they sent me a message over here. They call me John Tony. You know what John Tony? It's a Wolverine in Italy, okay? So I got the part. So that's why I grew this thing over here. My leg. What's so funny?
So audience, deadpan silence. So there you go.
No, wait a minute.
There it is. Thank you, audience, for that. Thank you.
No, wait a minute. It was
Hold
a big
it, hold-
production company. It's Gianfranco's two cats in the Fregato, okay? I mean, come on. It's a big time operating, friggin'.
And then moving right along. Marc, by the way, Marc, thank you for back in town again because you were out traveling for a while?
Yeah, Marc, thank you so much for being part of the Three Amici. This guy's still in Mexico with the Three Amigos.
Well, that all being said, thank you for bailing me out with Wolverine over here. So anyway, so anyway, give us some of your travels. Where were you, by the way?
I just got back from New Jersey, in Wildwood, New Jersey. That's where I got my start in New Jersey.
Well, hey everybody, for Marc, great entertainer. Give it up. Come on.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was able to visit Atlantic City and Wildwood, which are the two main cities that I started in when I started my career off. And you know, the best part about it was just seeing friends and family and just being able to catch up on some old times. You know, it was really, really cool.
You know, Marc, I'm going to tell you something. You got a great singing voice, but you got some friggin' guns over there going on, man. You know, you know, I'm going to tell you something. The new Wolverine, what they call me in Italy, Giantono. Giantono. That's Wolverine in Italian. I need your help, okay?
I got you.
Because they want me to friggin', you know, dress up with. Anyway, I need your help, okay? I need that friggin'.
I'll put my costume on. Okay.
I'm at a loss, everybody, because Tony was told to show. So anyway, that being said, Tony, who's on the show tonight?
You know, I don't even know. Why don't you tell her? Okay, Dean Apple. All right, just joking around.
Dean Apple and who else? Who else?
What's he do?
What?
What does he do?
Dean Apple is a magician.
Oh!
All right. Anyway, we're back. So Dean Apple and who? And who's the other one?
I didn't forget. I just kind of lost track of who's going to be on the first show. Oh, wait a minute. Hope Diamond.
Oh.
You know, look at it.
Okay, so anyway, I think I'll do that. So anyway, are we still live?
It's Hope Diamond and Dean Apple. Hope Diamond, fantastic singer. Dean Apple, great magician. Forget about this guy. We don't need him.
We're going to come right back, everybody.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Ladies and gentlemen, singer Hope Diamond.
It's a pleasure to be here. This song has taken me all over the United States and other countries. People love this song. I hope you will too. Reminds me of a place I used to live. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just an old sweet song puts Georgia on my mind. Well, I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you, it comes so sweet and clear, yes it does, like the moonlight through the vine. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, still in peace, for dreams I see that our eye leads back to you. I'm telling you, Georgia, just an old sweet song. Yes, it is. Oh, Keith, Georgia. My, that's right. Telling you. Go, Saxman, play that song. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peace, for dreams I see that a road leads back to you. Just an old sweet song. Yes, it is. East Georgia on my mind. Well, I'm telling you and you, just an old sweet song. On my Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hope Diamond!
Everybody, the fabulous Miss Hope Diamond. And
Wow.
that is right.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh baby.
You are
Whoa.
off the hook, darling. We
I
need
bet
to
you tell
talk.
that to all the girls.
Only you tonight.
I don't know, but I know I've heard some singers tell me.
Well, you know, now I'm blushing.
Listen, I'll give you the lowdown a little later.
No,
We don't have enough.
you're in it too.
We don't have enough. Oh. And we really don't have enough time.
Nice to meet you. Thank you guys for having me.
No, listen, we appreciate it very much that you're on the show. Give us some background. The floor is yours. Please take it.
I can tell you about my career in singing, and I'm glad you didn't ask me about my prior career to singing because I was a prison guard for 20 years. And I worked with murderers and rapists, and I helped survive us. Make them more complete and great human beings, and I don't know where they are.
Well, that's important as well.
Yeah.
Great
But
job.
I'm a musician now. I am considered a vocalist, jazz vocalist. I'm from a small town out of Louisiana called Shreveport, and I then grew up in Ontario. After my career in 20 years working in corrections, I became a jazz vocalist out of boredom, and it has since taken me around the world on a cruise ship working, and to Panama opening for jazz festivals, and I just finally completed a new album that's out this summer.
Awesome.
That's great. So the audience knows when is it dropping?
It dropped actually this summer, and it's a big band album. I perform with an orchestra.
I love big bands, man. I love
That
big
is
bands.
great.
And it just dropped this summer, and I just finished a tour in Atlanta, Georgia, 2 sold-out shows, and this weekend I'm in Orange County.
Yeah.
That's
this
great.
Sunday at Campus Jacks.
Where do you live these days? Where do you reside?
I came here to Palm Desert from Orange County 3 years ago. And it's been a great traveling time for me because I've met some amazing vocalists and friends of mine. I think there's some of them hanging out in the audience here, Miss Keisha D. And,
Yep.
and
Yes, they are.
God, and I put on women's. and they're beautiful. I mean, you've got a lineup of some great jazz.
We're very fortunate to have a stable of many great
stable.
stars. Yeah.
I haven't been
it's-
called
it's-
stable. I tell everybody, soul is my thing. but jazz is my game. That's what I do. Jazz has allowed me to do I have a lot of versatility. And working with the big band, they didn't even notice that they needed to come around more. I mean, I always love doing crooning and dealing with artists that love to croon, but I am an R&B girl. I mean, I was on Soul Train.
Come on,
I was on Soul Train in college.
Great program watching everything. Yeah.
And I love R&B. I mean, who doesn't love R&B? So I blended it, and now I have a new orchestra called the Hope Diamond New Soul Orchestra coming out this winter.
I think it's time. Take it, Tony.
Wait a minute, what are you going to do?
Are we ready for another song?
I think it is time for another song.
Another song. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You can sway with me. Well, you don't call anymore. I sit and wait and wait. I'm gonna rap on your door, tap on your window, baby. I'm gonna tell you, baby, the changes I've been going through. Missing you, listen here, till you come back to me. That's all I'm gonna do. Why did you have to decide? You had to set me free. I'm gonna swallow my pride. I'm a beg you, baby. I'm gonna beg you, please. I'm gonna walk by myself until I get through to you. Ooh, for you, baby, till you come back to me. That's all I'm gonna do. You know, baby, living without your love is like living in a world of constant fear. Hear my plea, I've got to make you see that my love, it's dying. Although don't answer your phone, somehow I must, so I must get to you, baby. I'm gonna rap on your door, tap on your window, baby. I'm gonna camp by your steps until I get through to you. I'm gonna chase that view, baby, till you come back to me. That's all I'm gonna do. Hey, till you come back to me. That's all I'm gonna do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, till you come back to me. That's all I'm gonna do. Tap on your window, baby. I'm gonna tap on your door, tap on your window, baby. Open up, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Apple.
All right. Thank you, Marc. Thank you, Tony. It's great to be here, you guys.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So good to see you again.
Thank you very much. You know, I must say, before I get started, that introduction was by far the most recent I've ever had.
Well, we appreciate that, as long as you don't make us disappear.
Hold on, let's see.
You know.
Can't promise that.
What does he mean by recent? Okay.
Well, listen, check it out, guys. In honor of the Marc and Tony show, and Pete's Hideaway and Wendy's Hideout, you know, because we never know what celebrities are going to pop in here.
You just never know.
I brought with me, check it out.
Here we go.
I brought with me my
Fancy rubber band.
I can't shoot a rubber band very well.
All right.
I brought with me my celebrity cards.
Okay.
So check it out. We've got Frank Sinatra.
Yep.
All these are various Palm Springs celebrities
Okay.
that have hung out or lived. As a matter of fact, I also have back here in my handy pocket, I've got, can you see this?
I do.
Palm Springs celebrities, and inside this envelope is one picture of one particular Palm Springs celebrity.
Fantastic.
And, Tony, can you hang on to that?
Sure.
I told you wouldn't have to hang on to anything, sorry. So hang on to that, whatever you do, don't peek inside that envelope.
Unless it's a picture of me, Tony.
Did he just peek inside there? All right, so inside that envelope is a picture of a Palm Springs celebrity, and I have lots of different cards here with different famous celebrities on them. The first one is
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. We've also got
Bob Hope.
Yeah,
Bob
can you
Hope.
see that in the camera? We've also got
Dinah Shore.
Dinah Shore.
Dinah Shore.
Oh, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Well, kind
Probably
of.
hard to see.
Yeah, they're
Hey, you know what? I'll say the first name. You guys say the last name. Elvis
Presley.
You got it. Marilyn
Monroe.
You got it. Cher.
Sonny.
Bono.
Madonna.
Madonna.
Leonardo.
Da Vinci. Oh.
Go say
I don't know if he lived in
DiCaprio.
Palm Springs.
DiCaprio. Okay.
All right. You get the picture. Lucille.
Ball.
Oh, Cary.
Grant.
Cary Grant hung out in Palm Springs.
We're showing our age.
We got a couple more. We got
Yeah, we are.
Dean
Martin.
Not Dean Apple, that's for sure. And I don't recognize this one. Can you see that? Do you recognize those celebrities?
Well, of course.
I see. Tony
Marc
Pom-
Lantero.
Marc Lantero and Tony Pomponio. Tony Pomponio. Tony Pomponio.
Oh, yeah. Can I use
So,
that on a segment,
All
please?
kinds of famous celebrities.
He's fired.
All right, so check it out, guys. You get the picture.
Okay.
I'm going to cut these cards, and Mark, tell me. So once again, inside that envelope is a
Right.
picture of a famous Palm Springs celebrity. Mark,
Okay.
tell me which hand you want to keep. This hand or this hand?
Left hand.
Keep this one, toss this one.
Toss
correct?
that one, correct.
Okay. Tony, your turn. I'm going to split these up one more time. Which hand would you like me to keep? This hand or this hand?
I'm a lefty. I'll go with the left.
Keep the left, toss the right,
That's right.
correct?
Yep.
Okay, we've got a few cards left here. Mark, do you want to use the top card or shall I cut it to the bottom?
Cut it to the bottom.
Tony, you want to use the top card or shall I cut it to the bottom?
Use the top card.
Use the top card. Okay. Was that fair, you guys? They told
Right.
me which hand to use.
It was fair.
They could have cut again. You want to go with the top card.
That's
You
right.
happy with that? You want to change your mind?
No, I'm good with it. Top
Happy
card.
with the mind you have?
Top card.
Top card it is. All right, check it out. Inside that envelope, one picture of one famous Palm Springs celebrity. The card you selected was...
Well, Marc Lantero and Tony Pomponio.
How about that?
Tony, please, Tony.
What?
Before, just make sure it's us.
All right, check it out. If there's a picture of Mark and Tony inside this envelope,
Make sure it's a good picture.
I believe the intelligent, attractive people in the audience will stand up and applaud like mad.
Okay, that should be everybody.
If it's not a picture of Mark and Tony, well, it'd be a terrible blow to the reputation of a great magician.
Oh, no, here
Of
we
course,
go.
it won't bother me much, but... All right, so the choice was
Us.
Mark.
Mark and Tony.
Us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Inside this envelope is a picture of Tony Pomponio, newborn baby.
There it is.
Oh, all right. I know what you're thinking.
It's me.
What about Mark?
Oh, no.
Marc Lantero, newborn baby.
With white hair.
All right. I know what you guys are thinking. Cheesy attempt at an easy laugh, right? Cheesy, yep.
Okay.
I can tell by the look.
All right, okay.
All right, guys. So, once again, the choice was Mark and Tony. Check it out.
Oh, wow. How about that?
There it is.
How about that?
There it is. Thank you, my friend.
Give it up for Mark and Tony.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Fresh Off is at the Bellagio in Las Vegas.
Are you kidding me?
Mr. Wait a minute. I want to get it right.
Okay, get it right.
Mr. Dean Apple, everybody.
Yeah! All right.
Hey!
Now that he killed 30 minutes of your time.
Great magic trick, though.
Thank you.
Kind of abused Tony and I on that one, but okay.
How the heck did you do that?
It's magic. I know, it's almost as if we were at a magic show or something.
Kind of, sort of.
You know what I enjoyed more than anything else is the baby picture of him. You know, his hair was a little messed up. He's got his
a little
big
messed
crop.
up, but it was at least the same color.
And you got my eyes right, so I'm really happy about that. So we'll have you back. Okay?
Good. I tried to match Marc's hair tonight, but I failed miserably.
Where you been? What's going on? Everything.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. I actually have no plan here. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about my life. No.
We'll talk about both.
Yeah, I got started in magic as a little kid. You know, one day I overheard my oldest sister's friend say she just did a trick and got paid $25.
Uh-oh.
And I thought, perfect, I'm going to be a magician and do tricks.
Forget the lemonade stand, right?
Yeah, I started as a kid, and eventually I just, like all little boys, I love magic, and I reached the age of about 12 or 13 where all of a sudden magic's not cool anymore because there's girls and there's sports, and I got out of it because I had to look cool. And then probably 25, 30 years ago in my life, I reached a point where I don't really care about being cool. I just want to get out and have fun.
You know, I've been to a couple of your shows, and I'll be honest with you, we've had a great time.
Thank
and
you.
when I heard that you're going to be on a show, I said, this is going to be good. And it even was beyond good. It was awesome, man.
Thank you.
That being said, so like Tony just brought up, so where are you performing? Where are you performing next? Let the audience know. I want to know because I'd love to come out and see a show.
Most of my shows are private venues. You know, people hire me for birthday parties or maybe resorts or conventions, things like that. You know, galas, awards, banquets, whatever. And occasionally I do public shows where the public, you know, maybe a few a year. And as a matter of fact, I'm booking up right around Halloween right now, and there's 2 public shows during Halloween. One is the Fall Festival on El Paseo, and that's October 30th. And then Halloween Day, October 31st, I'm at Palm Springs Cultural Center.
How about that? That's awesome.
Very good, and you'll have that on. I was giving you a website.
Yes.
You have a website.
I do have a website.
So everybody in the audience and around can see that on your site.
Yeah,
Good.
you got it. The difference between a professional magician and a large pizza.
Oh, God.
A large pizza can feed a family of 4.
And there it is.
There you go. You see,
There
but
it is.
I set him up for success.
You guys
set him up for something.
When I first met my wife, it didn't take me long to whisper those magic 3 little words that every girl wants to hear. Pick a card.
And did she?
Picked me.
Then there you go, everybody. So give it up.
And she's been dealing with me ever since.
Oh, and there you go. We got all the one-liners coming out.
You know the cool thing about it is here again. I'm gonna give you some props. I see him doing parties for young kids, and we're kind of going back to where maybe a lot of kids need to kind of bring it back a little bit, get off their computers, and and kind of get back to the old school ways of doing things. Okay, I think that's awesome. And once you get them their attention, I know they have a great time, don't they?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. In fact, we started doing workshops for kids, teaching them life lessons through magic.
How about that?
And just loved it. We did that during the pandemic.
Yeah. By the way, how'd you deal with the pandemic?
Well, the way I dealt, what we realized, working with Debbie, who teaches 2nd graders for her day job when she's not assisting me on stage.
Well, hold on. Just give it a quick sec. So, Debbie, if you can hear us out in the audience, shout out what school are you at and what school district?
Ronald Reagan Elementary, Desert Sands.
There you go. Gotta give a shout out to the missus.
So she helped me devise these magic workshops, teaching kids life lessons. We sold them to school districts around the country. And what happens when you have a crazy magician that's quarantined for a year is I built a magic parlor in our place, and it's a 1920s style vintage vaudeville type of theater available for private parties.
Well,
and where's this located at? Where's this at?
It's a secret. It's in Palm Desert.
You're going to make it appear, right?
That's it. Well, listen, we're happy that you're on the show.
Thank you.
We're kind of happy that you show baby pictures of Tony and I, but that all being said, we'd love to have you back again. So everybody, please give it up. Give it up. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And on camera, Mr. Marc Antonelli, and our MC, our vocals, we thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure, my honor.
So, Marco, would you please tell the audience what your future looks like here for the season in the desert?
Well, this season, our main gig is going to be at Indian Wells Live at Indian Wells Resort Hotel.
Give it up, everybody. Marc, if I'm not mistaken, first season, full swing into it. It's your stage,
your house,
your floor. Thank you, Tony. It's your house.
October 1st. That's when.
So everybody, please, if you can, keep that date open, because I know Tony and I and the girls will be there October 1st to come out and see you.
Thank you, guys, and thank you, everyone,
We'll be there.
for your amazing support. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good night. We forgot to say it. We'll see you all next week.